So English isn't your first language, but you need it for work. And you've got a big presentation or a conference coming up, and you're terrified. What do you do? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how you can overcome the fear of speaking English once and for all. You think of your future, the goals that you want to achieve, the things that you want to create in your life. The most important thing is the actions that you put into place. And unfortunately, fear is going to hold you back from actually doing those things. You might say no to the one thing that will change your life and make your dreams a reality. If you don't know already, my name is Ben Latour, your coach for clear, confident, and natural English. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some personal stories from my experience, from our clients, and some real strategies that you can start using right now in order to get rid of this fear once and for all and finally feel confident tackling those situations in English. Now, I still remember when I moved to Korea a few years ago, and I barely spoke any Korean. To be honest, I was terrified. I still remember sitting in my apartment, looking outside and thinking that, oh my goodness, I have to go outside, go to the store, buy some things, and come back safely and alive. Now, at the time, I already knew these strategies that I'm going to share with you in a moment, so I was laughing at myself at the same time as being terrified. Now, I won't lie to you, there will be situations still in the future after you know these strategies where you're going to feel that fear. But you'll be able to laugh at it and handle that situation anyway, feeling like a boss. Now, when we're talking about fear here, this is a core emotion that you're always going to experience in situations throughout your life. The key here is to use it as fuel to make things happen rather than pushing it down and pretending it doesn't exist. Now, I want to give you 3 strategies that you can start putting into place, and these are the same strategies that our clients use in order to get massive results in very little time. Let's talk about some practical strategies. Now, once you've made your objective very clear, you can start putting into practice these 3 simple strategies. The first thing that you want to do here is figure out what exactly the vocabulary and expressions that you're actually going to need for that specific objective. Now, if you're selling refrigerators, for example, and you're going to a conference in Texas, you know that you're going to be talking about the same kind of vocabulary, the same kind of questions, the same kind of topics. And so focusing on the actual words and expressions that you need is going to make it a lot easier to prepare for that specific situation. Now, the second tip here is going to be to create more practice and give yourself some wins. Now, confidence comes with competence, and competence comes from making sure that your objectives actually happen. If you think back to situations in the past where you actually succeeded at doing something, are you going to feel more confident? Yes, of course. So let me give you an example from one of our clients. Now, when our client Ismail was selling a service to people in the United States, he had to understand what exactly his product was, what were the questions that he was going to get asked, and how to handle those kind of objections and points more generally. Focusing on those things first, he was able to get more and more sales, have more successful conversations, and the whole thing became a lot easier. Now, this is of course something that we do with our clients. We simulate conversations, phone calls, and practice things more generally so that you can start building some momentum of success. But you can do this with a friend or somebody in general, as long as you trust them not to laugh at you and to give you some supportive feedback, as well as some tools of how you can actually improve. So again, focus on the vocabulary and expressions that you're actually going to be needing. Next, you want to practice situations in a safe space and do so often so you start getting some successes. The third strategy that you can use is using tools like Youglish and WordUp to improve your vocabulary and your pronunciation, as well as tools like listening to TV shows and YouTube videos, conversations, and interviews about the specific topic that you're working on. Now again, don't try and work on everything, focus on one specific objective. That way you can concentrate your effort, start getting some successes, and then you can start branching out to other topics later on. Now, when you're watching a TV show or interview or whatever about a specific topic, make sure you listen and make notes of the actual questions and topics that people are talking about. If you understand the vocabulary that you're going to need for your specific situation, whether that be refrigerators, banking, or blockchain, you have to be able to understand what people are saying. So make sure you practice all those things, put them into practice. And I'll include some links down below for tools like WordUp and Youglish so that you can practice these more generally as well. There are actually tons more practical strategies that you can use in order to bring all these together and feel more confident when speaking. We've actually condensed this into a free ebook that you can download down below, Fluent and Fearless. So if you want to feel confident and natural while speaking, and you really want to take the next step with some practical strategies, you can find a link down below and just download this free guide. It's packed full of suggestions and tools that you can actually use right now. Now, if you're still not feeling super confident when speaking English, I want to give you a word of encouragement. If you're watching this video right now, you understand most of what I'm saying, and you feel like you'd be able to write a comment underneath, fantastic. You've already made a lot of progress, and you've taken a lot of the steps to really create for yourself the English level that you want. Now, of course, there are many things. Action taker, you're busy, and you don't have time to waste on strategies that don't work. You can also find a link down below where you can talk to an expert from our team. We'll distill all of these strategies and build a specific action plan for you to reach your specific goals and integrate the whole thing into your busy schedule without sacrificing the important things in your life. Now, again, I want to congratulate you on the progress that you've made so far, and I want to congratulate you on being an action taker. There are millions of people out there who simply aren't doing anything to reach their objectives, but here you are watching this video, downloading our ebook, and talking to our team to actually make things happen. So take these strategies here. Practice the vocabulary, practice listening, put yourself in situations in a safe space to create some momentum and wins. And once you put those things together, you're going to make a lot more progress. You're going to be prepared for that next presentation, that next interview, that next conference, and you'll feel a lot more confident. The more you do them, the better you'll feel. Good luck, talk to you soon, and enjoy.